Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy X HD Remaster. Alright, so last video there was the Yuna and Titus together in the woods. And yeah, kind of a culmination of, some feels. I don't know. I always like that scene. They did such like it looks fantastic when they're kind of swimming. Yeah, and I just think that they did a fantastic job with that. And then the obvious the choice there that Yuna makes to continue on. I think there's that even though Yevon has essentially betrayed them and her faith has kind of been shaken by the revelations, several revelations, but the selfless person that she is, decides to continue on, even when the odds are kind of stacked against her as well, and I think because of the obligation that she feels more to the people obviously than the religion, the Yevon religion. And so, I think just through and through, Yuna is just such a fantastic character. Just, always looking out for others, fiercely defending her guardians, in every instance. And, yeah, so, anyways, I stopped in here in Macalania at the travel agency here. We're finally able to get that chest there with it was like 4,000 gil, which is pretty weak at this point. But I also needed to get rid of all of this, all of the equipment that I had built up from farming in Bavel. I had just spent so much time there. I was honestly actually surprised that I didn't cap out. There is an equipment limit, and yeah, I just it was kind of interesting. I thought that I was going to reach my limit there, but never ended up. Or I think I at least, well, my guess is I got pretty close, but didn't end up going over, luckily. But yeah, this ended up taking a lot longer than I thought. And also, they're trying to make sure that I don't sell off my no encounters armor there. Oh yeah, most of this stuff is just really not worth much of anything. Wow. But yeah, anyways. The next area coming up is going to be the Calm Lands, and I don't know. I like the area. It's gigantic, and honestly, it was actually kind of nice not having encounters. Or maybe I should say having the no encounters armor. It's just that again, probably because it's so big, it just takes a lot of time to get across, and it can get a little frustrating. When you're trying to get through an area, and the encounter rate is pretty high in this game, and so it can just get a little obnoxious, trying to get across. But yeah, so the no encounters armor helps out. I know I mentioned, I guess it wasn't technically this last video, but the video before, I mentioned the fact that the Cavern of the Stolen Faith has the ghost enemy, and the ghosts will randomly drop, and sometimes drop the no encounters armor. And that actually honestly reminds me of probably one of the reasons why I even kind of played again, I guess. I was watching a video about the people speedrunning Final Fantasy X, and I'm not a fan of speedruns. I think that challenges are fun, and I do like challenges, but in particular, the one with what's kind of speed running is I just feel like you miss out on so much of the game, by, yeah, I don't know. I guess just trying to zip through it as fast as you can. So I'm not a big fan of that style, but that said, it was kind of fascinating that the amount of I guess attention to detail and really learning how the like the RNG kind of works in this game is crazy. The amount of time that people put in, and I mean, I think it takes a certain person to do that kind of that kind of thing, right? And yeah, and also, not just one person. It was a group of people kind of working together to, kind of farm the data, I guess I would say. And it was just really impressive, the amount of knowledge that people have learned about kind of the underworkings of the game, and yeah, so I thought that was really really interesting. Here's Lina. I tried to come back here and see if I could get some cash from her, because I missed it the first time that I came through. I scouted her because she's a blitzball player, and then I never actually interacted with her. But not the case. But at least she's back. So if you want to recruit her, she's there. But anyway, so it's back to my story there about the speedrunners. Well, I learned then that there was a way to manipulate so many different aspects of the game, and one of those was a way to get the ghost to drop a no encounters armor, I suppose, like really really quickly or right away or something like that. And that, and then of course, because after I watched the video, I was like, man, I haven't played Final Fantasy X in so long, and so of course now I had to come back and play again. But wow, sorry, very very big tangent there. But anyways, my point was that while yes, I have the no encounters whatever armor right now that I customized for Titus. I at least wanted to point out that you actually can get those, and it's probably not a horrible idea if you're planning on doing that. And really, so what you really need to do is head on over to the east side of the Calmlands into the Monster Arena, and get yourself probably a couple of capture weapons, and then just go to the Cavern of the Stolen Faith, and that's where Yojimbo is at. But anyways, you want to capture yourself some ghosts, or a ghost, and then actually leave and go back to the monster arena, and then just fight ghosts back to back using the monster arena, and thus you can get yourself some no encounters armor. And this is really the I would say probably optimal time to do it. I really like it. I'll be honest, and it's the first time I've ever got one this early. Sure. I mean, I definitely don't recommend trying to steal from the enemies in Bavel like I did to customize it, because again, that the Cavern of the Stolen Faith is just, it's right here. By the way, right there, I came to this little area to see if I could get the Celestial Mirror, or the Cloudy Mirror. We can't actually do that yet. Well, I suppose I think the Cloudy Mirror is actually over in the Remium Temple, and so we'll get that eventually. But we're kind of, yeah, here it is. All right, so this couple here, or sorry, I suppose it's a mother and their child is looking for her husband, and I couldn't figure out, because I just couldn't remember. I thought that the husband was up here on the path, and that's not where he's at. He's actually back at the campsite, where I guess we were kind of waiting around over there in the woods, and so I messed around here, and this was just here just a little bit too early, and again I was just a little bit too rusty, and I couldn't exactly remember what I needed to do to. Yeah, I guess to get the Cloudy Mirror, and again that's actually over in Remium, so we'll have to do some stuff on the Calm Lines in order to do that. I don't know if that's going to be Actually, I don't think it's this video. It might be the next one, maybe. I can't remember exactly what I did here. So this is the path off to Bavel, but it's closed, and there's no way to ever get back there, unfortunately. So, you know, no going back to farm. I guess which I again still don't really recommend that. That would have been horrible had we been able to do that. But anyways, up to the north should be where the husband is at, and actually didn't go in there quite yet. I'll end up going in there a little bit later, but. All right, so we are on our way finally onto the entrance of the Calmlands here, and there's just a little bit of dialogue, and we'll pick up the commentary after the dialogue is done.
The Calmlands. Long ago, the High Summoners fought Sin here. The road ends here. Beyond, there are no towns, no villages, only endless plains.
Many summoners stray from their path and lose their way here.
I've always known where to go.
I won't let you die. I'll find a way somehow.
Let's go.
I told Yuna I would find a way. I guess I wanted to believe that words could make it come true.
Perhaps you'd like to know a bit about these plains. As you know, these plains were once a battlefield. A great battle between Bavel and Zanarkand, a melee of Machina. That war left this place a barren, lifeless land. Then time passed. The summoners took note of this uninhabited land. Great battles could be fought here with no harm to the common folk. Perfect for a final battle with Sin, as it were. Summoners wait here, ready to perform the final summoning. Ah, to know what they must feel. In any case, when Sin is defeated here, the calm will visit Spira once more. That's why this place is now known as the Calmlands. Exactly who dubbed it so is unknown. And that, as they say, is that. Oh dear, I almost forgot to tell you something. There's a chasm, a great rend in the earth in these parts. A scar left from High Summoner Gandalf's bitter battle with Sin 400 years past. Like to hear about this place once more? What a pity.
All right, so the return of Machen. I love that guy. I think that he's, for one thing, it's his voice, but he's just knowledgeable and does a great job of being around to kind of give you the historical backgrounds of certain areas. So here, obviously, we're in the Calmlands, and this is, I think, as they, well, yeah, I guess as it's stated here, this is where summoners oftentimes fought Sin because there's nobody out here, and so it was a good place to battle Sin and not put people's lives at risk, I suppose. And so yeah, this area just looks really cool.
Oh, you again. You're quite the notorious traitor these days.
What's it to you?
Ah, you shouldn't take what the Maester say too seriously. For summoners, destroying Sin is everything. We are no tools of Yevon. Understand?
Yes,
So, are you up to the task?
I do not know, but I will do my best.
You've got spirit, but you'll need more to beat Sin. An Aeon duel. Show me what you're made of. Excellent. But before we begin, I've just healed your Aeons for you. Let us begin. Choose your Aeon well, Summoner.
Okay, so here's the latest duel here with, was it Belgamine, whatever. So she summons Shiva, and so we are going to knock her down with Bahamut. I think I may have been able to just one-shot Shiva here, but here, so this is so weird. Physically, Shiva's HP or increasingly usually slow Ifrit's agility. It seems like a very strange spot to put that little blurb on attributes. It feels like that should go after this. Very weird, huh? Anyways, yeah, like I said, I probably should have just blew the overdrive right away because I don't really know that I needed to use impulse here. Shiva is very evasive. Yeah, look at that, 926 damage. That's so bad. Why did I bother using that? my overdrive's already fully charged too. Weird, very weird. But yeah, anyways, hit her with Mega Flare and knock her down and call it a day, which is exactly what we're gonna do right here. But yeah, we'll get another one of the upgrade items for the Aeons so that we can upgrade their stats. Yeah, 34k, that's pretty good.
Stop. That is enough. Impressive. Remarkable talent. traitor or no, you may have what it takes to beat Sin. Take this. You have earned it.
Thank you.
I think you will do just fine. But if you ever feel like you want more training, seek the hidden temple of Remium. I will be waiting there. Farewell.
Okay, so the reward there was the Aeon Soul, and you know, I'll be honest. I basically upgraded Shiva's attributes just a very little bit here, and then I didn't bother with this anymore. The reason why is the Aeon's attributes are tied to Yuna, and so because of that, it makes this whole deal, this like upgrading their specific stats, incredibly redundant. And also, I mean, I'll just like point out the other reason why this is just not a good idea, honestly, and pretty pointless, is because you actually only upgrade one Aeon's attributes at any time. Whereas if you were to upgrade, you know, like Yuna's stats, it upgrades all of the Aeon stats. And so again, it just doesn't really make that much sense to do this at all. And then on top of that, it's really expensive to do this. I mean, you can see how many spheres this takes, and it gets even, you know, I guess even more expensive based on what your stats are currently at. So like if you don't have a whole lot of that stat, then it's a little bit cheaper. But you know, as you get higher up in the stat totals, it gets more expensive. So again, not really something that I recommend doing, and I think it's largely just redundant. But anyways, all right. So I'm gonna head on to the back side here. There's a chest. There's a couple more chests in the Calmlands here, but we'll be saving that for the next video, I think.
Father Zook.
Long time no see. You are Yuna? You certainly don't look like Maester Keenock's murderer.
What'd you say?
Please, tell us what has happened.
Maester Micah just issued a personal order, you know. It said that you and your guardians murdered Maester Keenock and fled. We are to kill you on sight, or so it says.
What of Bavel?
Things are calm on the surface, but the depths are turbulent. After the death of Maester Keenock, Kelk Ronso left Yevon.
Convenient. Getting around will be easier with Yevon in disarray.
But be careful, my friends. You have been branded enemies of Yevon. You should avoid temples for the time being.
Thank you, Father Zook, for your warning.
Father, you came all the way here just to tell us this?
To tell the truth, I was a little curious to see this summoner you are guarding. I hope her pilgrimage goes well. For your sake, too.
Thank you, Father.
I must be off. I shall pray for all of you.
Messy.
What is?
Yevon, Micah and Seymour are not of one mind. Remember what Seymour said last we met. I do not think Micah will concur. If Yevon founders, so will Spira. If Yevon found...
She's not stopping, is she?
Yuna, she's made her decision.
But I can't just let her go.
We won't have to.
We'll save Yuna even if she calls the final Aeon.
But how?
I'll think of a way.
But what if you can't?
I'm tired of talking to you. It's always but this, but that.
But...
Let's think together.
Okay.
And if we can't think of something, we find another way.
Okay. This is a toughie.
So, we are officially traitors then.
Hey, let them say what they want.
It's okay. I'm not worried. Well, maybe just a little. It's so hard not to be.
Hey, it's okay to worry, and if it gets too rough, just yell.
Yeah. Okay. I might just do that.
Yeah.
I wonder if my father got lost here too.
Maybe, with my old man helping him.
Maybe I'll ask Sir Orin.
Orin? Well, that grouch never tells me anything.
That is none of your business.
Not that he keeps out of other people's business, you know what I mean?
Just a little farther to Xanarkand. Just a little farther.
Who was that?
Until half a year ago, he was a summoner. Waka and I were his guardians.
It's kind of a short pilgrimage.
He gave up halfway. Here, on this plain. Now he is a monk at the Bavel Temple. This is my third pilgrimage as a guardian. Father Zook was my second, and my first, well, it ended here too. I've never been to the lands beyond. Mount Gagazet towers to the north, and Xanarkand lies beyond that. Mount Gagazet towers.
When I was guarding Zook, I already told you this, yeah? About when I was too into the game to be a good guardian. So, when Father Zook said he wanted out, tell you the truth, I was kinda glad. Xanarkand's right around the corner. So close already. Xanarkand's right around...
Gagazet is Ronso land, Kimari home.
Hey, we might meet your family.
Kimari has no family.
Oh, sorry.
But Kimari not alone. Sacred Mountain Gagazet, not changed for 1,000 years. Sacred Mountain.
Okay, that is going to be it for this one. As always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.